Today is when we offer a masterclass in knowing your creamy ingredient, cheese. So how do you like your cheese?
Who isn't obsessed with cheese?
I love cheese.
Cheese makes any food better.
When it is hot, it's start melting in your mouth, and it's very delicious in taste, and that's why I like cheese.
So it's safe to say we love our cheese. The thought of cheese melting and spreading offers its own source of pleasure.
It can totally change the flavor of whatever you're eating. I mean, broccoli is pretty gross, but if you stir fry it with cheese, it is amazing.
I love pizzas. It's my favorite food.
Pasta or macaroni, that sort of item that I like.
I like pizza, sandwiches, cheese sandwich, cheese grill, so it is melted in your mouth. So.
Slice cheese cut ke.
I love cottage cheese in salads as well.
Normally I put it in pasta or in sandwich.
Cheese is essentially a fermented food derived from the milk of various mammals and comes in many varieties like cheddar, mozzarella, feta, Gouda, etc. Apart from pleasing the taste buds, it has immense benefits as well. A 1 ounce serving of Swiss cheddar or mozzarella cheese will provide you with around 200 milligrams of calcium, which is 1/5 of your recommended dietary allowance of calcium for great bone health. You will be supplied with 8 grams of protein in a single serving of hard cheese. Cheese provides a plentiful supply of vitamins like B12, A and K2 and minerals like zinc, selenium, phosphorus, sodium, which help in strengthening of bones and general health. Cheese contains good bacteria that can help in maintaining a healthy digestive system, brain and heart. Cheese protects your teeth from acid erosion caused by coffee, tea, wine, soda, etc. With all the pizzas and pastas around, we may think that cheese is mostly a part of Western cuisines. The truth is that us Indians have been consuming cheese in various forms since time immemorial.
Traditionally, if you see, Indians have been consuming paneer as a form of cheese. Although paneer does not involve adding of any rennet, it is only an acidification process. But that is the way and form in which paneer as a cheese has been consumed in India. If you see other areas where cheese are concerned, you would find the Parsi community eating toplu nu paneer, in that particular way and form, or bandel in West Bengal region, or if you see the Kalari in the Kashmiri region, or even Chenna in Orissa or in eastern parts, you would find cheese. They are different forms. They are hard, soft cheese, but they are a form of cheese in itself.
While cheese has become an indispensable part of our urban life, little do we know about where it originates from and how it gets processed to reach our kitchen. To decode this, we decided to head to Prabhat Dairy in Sri Rampur, Ahmednagar, 265 kilometers from Mumbai. Prabhat Dairy Limited is the third largest cheese manufacturing facility in India, with a strong consumer recognition, particularly in the state of Maharashtra. They sell their products under their retail consumer brands as well as ingredient products or as co-manufactured products to a number of institutional and multinational companies.
It started in the year 1998. and now this is I think almost 2 decades passed away, and we are celebrating 18th anniversary of the Prabhat. We are directly connected with around 1 lakh milk producing farmers right now. We are working very, very closely with them. Basically, we are the farmers, we are local, and our milk producing farmers are our family members. My vision is to expand this milk producing farmers base up to 5 lakh in near 3 to 5 years.
Prabhat's integrated business model encompasses almost all aspects of the dairy industry value chain, including cattle feed supply, engaging with farmers on cattle health and milk production, procurement of raw milk, and the production, supply, and sale of a range of processed milk and dairy products. To understand how cheese is made, let's start with ground zero, milk. Not only is quality control exercised from the procurement of the milk, even the feed of the cows is strictly monitored. Cleanliness of the cow sheds is maintained and the cows are regularly washed. Procurement agents make sure that the milk is procured through milking machines, leaving no chance of contamination.
पहले तो समझो क्लीननेस का रहता है, जब हम दूध निकालने को आते पहले तो लेबर लोग सैनिटाइजर से हाथ क्लीन कर लेते, बाद में मिल्किंग मशीन तो ऑलरेडी क्लीन ही होता है मिल्किंग के बाद, उसको गर्म पानी से क्लीन कर लेते वापस, फिर वो उसका मिल्किंग मशीन लगाने के बाद एक्चुअली वो डायरेक्ट बकेट मिल्किंग बकेट में जाता है. टोटली विद इन 20 मिनट्स वो चिल्ड होना चाहिए बल्क मिल्क कूलर में. उसका जो बैक्टीरिया है समझो 20 मिनट्स के बाद बैक्टीरिया जैसे जैसे धीरे धीरे बढ़ते वो कंट्रोल हो जाते हैं.
Once milking is done, the procured milk is immediately transferred to various milk collection centers by the farmers. The milk collection centers are run by the company's procurement partners called Prabhat Mitra to coordinate the milk procurement process with the milk farmers, enabling timely collection and high quality of the raw milk procured. These milk collection facilities have milk testing equipment and specialized storage facilities to test, collect and store raw milk before being transported to the bulk milk coolers. At the bulk collection centers, the milk is weighed and tested for fat content and contamination once again. The milk is then sorted at a low temperature of 4 degrees centigrade in the tanks for transfer to the main production facility. Storing milk at that temperature ensures no bacteria growth. The milk tankers are then sanitized for reuse through a steam machine.
Cheese being a dairy product, dairy is perceived as highest source of nutrition for the consumers. So obviously we have to be extremely cautious to not to stand to that promise. For milk procurement in India, it's a very different scenario. So we have to procure milk from thousands of farmers across, and every farmer who brings milk with a different quality, it has to be tested for various parameters. So right now Prabhat procures milk from more than 1 lakh farmers. So you can imagine twice a day milk is procured. So we do almost 2 lakh testings per day continuously for 365 days to ensure that the best quality milk is procured and the best quality product is manufactured at our factory.
Prabhat Dairy Limited milk collection facilities include more than 1200 milk collection centers, over 20 milk chilling plants and over 100 bulk milk coolers. After the Once the milk is collected at the bulk collection center, it is sent to the manufacturing unit for processing of cheese.
Whenever the milk comes in our factory, first we are entering in on the security gate, what is the time of the tankers, the route of the tankers, driver name of the tankers. As far as the food defense policy is concerned, we are taking all the measures. We are taking the snaps of that. The camera is there on the security gate. Then that tanker is going for the parking. We are allowing that tanker to settle the milk for 30 to 40 minutes to take out the samples, because if there is any sort of the oil adulteration, the milk will be settled and the fat layer will come up. Then our chemist is going there after 35 to 40 minutes. They are extracting the samples from the tanker. They are checking all quality of the milk.
While the ingredients are properly stored in a separate ingredients room, food safety guidelines are strictly adhered to in all respects. Masks, overalls, boots and hand gloves are a must before entering the processing section, so as to avoid any sort of outside contamination.
See, it's very important to build quality as a culture, because quality is not only a quality control department of the company which has to adhere to. We handle food products in this factory. So the basic fact that we handle food products, the entire philosophy of the working environment here is built so that everybody is extremely cautious about the food safety. So we have enormous numbers of food safety trainings, right from the workers to the staff members to the suppliers and all. And that food safety trainings, various equipments or the food safety systems what we have help us to ensure that the product is safe. Traceability is very important today. Tomorrow, if there is even a slightest issue in a small slice of cheese, it has to be traced back which batch it has been manufactured, when was it manufactured, what was the milk used for it, and which was the farm which supplied the milk. So for all this traceability, excellent level of food safety management systems are in place so that the quality or the product which comes out of the factory is 100% assured for its quality.
At the manufacturing unit, the milk is pasteurized for killing the bacteria. This process involves heating the raw milk up to 80 degrees centigrade and then quickly cooling it down to below 4 degrees centigrade immediately. After this, the pasteurized milk is sent to the OST vat section, where the culture is added as the first step towards the processing of cheese. The culture determines which kind of cheese is being made, cheddar or mozzarella. An enzyme is added to facilitate coagulation or curdling of milk. Once the milk is separated into solid cubes of curds and whey, which is a mixture of water, minerals and proteins, it is cooked and then sent to the open finishing vat for processing. The first step here is to remove the whey from the mixture and partially dry the solid portion. At this juncture, a small sample is also taken to check its pH levels. Once the levels are cleared, salt is added to the curdled solid cheese and mixed well. This mixture is then sent to the stretcher cooker to generate melted cheese. This dry mixture is then sent to the block forming machine, where 20 kg blocks are made and then vacuum packed. These blocks are then run through the metal detector to check the presence of any foreign material. At this stage, a small sample again is sent to the quality control lab for tests ensuring the production of high quality product. Post clearance, These blocks are stored in the cold and ripening room for transfer. While the cheese market is growing tremendously in India, there are still several myths related to the product. Here is when our expert comes to our rescue. Is cheese vegetarian or non-vegetarian?
Traditionally, cheese world over was considered non-veg, but let me tell you, in India, it is a veg source. Most of the cheese that is sold in India has Rene as an enzyme which is taken out from a fungal or a bacterial source, and hence it is veg.
Can paneer be considered cheese?
Paneer is a form of cheese in itself. The cheese making process involves acidification and Rene being added. Only thing is, paneer Rene is not being added, only acidification is being done. So you can call it like cottage cheese, or you can call it a form of cheese in itself.
Can lactose intolerant people consume cheese?
Lactase enzyme in the stomach helps in hydrolyzing the lactose that is present in the milk. Those people who are not able, who don't have those abundance of that enzyme, become milk intolerant. Now the process of cheese making primarily involves converting lactose sugars into lactic acid. Hence, cheese from a milk intolerant perspective is safe to eat.
Does consumption of cheese lead to heart diseases?
No specific studies that are out there related to weight gain, but it is a fact that most of the cheese as we know it do have fat between 20 to 30%, but it all starts with milk. So today people have options related to low fat cheese also, and the regular cheese also. So if the skimming is done initially in terms of cream, you will have a low fat cheese.
Do mice really like cheese?
You don't want to test that with the really hungry mice, but the fact is that many cheese have odors which are actually repulsive for mice. While the popular notion is that cheese and mice go together, but mice would typically prefer fruits, grains, or anything sweet. Cheese doesn't necessarily come in the first list of their food chain.
So until our next masterclass on your favorite processed food, just say cheese.